The recording is started. So we have confirmed now the meeting in Budapest. So we're going in June. We're going to Budapest to 7 till 9 June. So when people can come, that will be great. And there in April there will be a live meeting in New York. So then the beginning of April, 5 till 7, we can meet each other in live there. Or maybe we can go to the residentials in Germany and in Vietnam. That will be great to meet there. So that's all the details are on my website. And I also want to say that if you want to talk with me just on the phone, something like that, you can always, no, not in the night, in my night, but on my day, you can call me just for a while and there's no charge of that. And if I'm at home, then just we talk. And if you want to talk some longer, we can do a one-to-one. So please email me and then we make an appointment for a time and then we meet. Okay, everything is already perfect. So what are we doing here? It's just this. It's already perfect and complete as it is. It's complete. Everything is already complete. It can't be not complete because that what seems to be not complete is complete as it is. We have so many ideas about what complete will be or how it has to be. So many rules about behavior and how it should be because it has to do most of the time with feeling good. When there's me and living in the world and everything is real and solid and time, and there seems to be development, then there's always something going on like, I want to feel good, and how can I get away from pain or bad feelings? Maybe I don't want that because there's also a huge, not only feeling, it's a belief of having a free will and choice. When there's me, there's free will and choice. And there can be such an understanding that there's no me and you cannot find a me and all that. And suddenly there's that free will and choice is going on because that's so embodied. It's so strong and so the normal way. And there's always talking in the story when they're saying there's no me and they're still talking in the story, then there's suddenly still something going on, that there's a way of improvement or development or getting rid of something. There's no need for anything. Everything is an appearance, so nothing is real. It not even the body, which seems to be very solid and real and you're in it. Even the body isn't real. It's an appearance. Everything is an appearance of things that with the light it seems to be a body or table. It seems very solid because that belief that everything is real and solid makes the experience also like, oh yeah, then I feel it's solid. So there's nothing going on. And in the appearance there seems to be a lot of things going on. And people can abstract, like we have the brains and that can abstract. So when there's a young age, it's starting that. And then there's that idea of time comes and behind, before, um, responsibility, behaving. You have to behave in a certain way, remembering how to do it. So there's a lot of things going on, and there seems to be a developing and survival system, like having to do the right thing. So you have to work. How do you say? You have to make your life work. There's no my life. There's only life. There's only life happening, apparently happening. So there's everything what's going on is life. Thoughts can be life. Feelings is life happening. It can't be not life, and it's perfect as it is. It's complete. There's no need to change anything because it's already complete as it is. And there's nothing right or wrong. That's also a construct of when there's I am here and there's living my life and there's wanting to feel good and not bad in a way. Then there's right and wrong and rules about that. There is no right and or wrong. There's only what is happening. Not saying that to yourself. I hear a lot of times people saying, yeah, it's what it is and all that. Saying to yourself, it's what it is a new concept. And that's so clever because that's me trying to get what's said here or somewhere else and then make it into some way of living and dealing with what's going on. It's what it is. So there's not saying anything about what it's what's happening or things like that. Wait, I have something going on. Wait. Oh, yeah, I can do that. Yeah. And it's already everything. So there can't be not something that is not right. And that's huge. When there's underneath, there's something going on. When there's me and I have my life and all that, there's always something going on like, this is not good enough. Oh, how my face is looking. What am I doing and all that. There's always something missing, not right yet, or nearly there, or all that. That's that me construct trying to survive, to be busy with everything what's not right, because it's seen through, could say, through a color, the color of there's something wrong with what's going on. And it can be very subtle, can be strong. It depends on some things are it's not there, and sometimes it's very strong. Me is the feeling there's something not right yet, or there's something missing. It's a misunderstanding, but it's so embodied. It's so embodied and so seems so normal and so subtle sometimes. It's already everything. It's already everything. That's the freedom. It doesn't matter what's going on. It doesn't matter what is going on. It has nothing to do with freedom, with circumstances. It has nothing to do with certain behavior. It has nothing to do with anything. It's already that what is going on. Is it? Doesn't mean it's nice or whatever. It's what it is. That means it's everything. It can be cold. It can be a table. There's no center, so it's not happening to you. There is no you. It's completely something else than when everything is happening to you. So we can talk about that, and maybe there are questions, maybe there's something to say or not. If you want to, you can unmute yourself, or you just sit or fall asleep, whatever. What is happening? Yeah. It's already this. When there are thoughts, then that is what's happening. And sitting, maybe there's looking for something, then those thoughts are it. There's something, somebody's saying something. I wish I had a therapist in the past who told me I'm perfect the way I was instead of trying to chase my improvement. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, when there's the strange thing is when there's that huge belief that there's something wrong with me and I have to can improve and I can work on myself and I can do something. Why I have to? I can do something about it. It seems like in circumstances, it seems like it's confirmed. Not always like that, but it can be. Yeah. There's only this. There's only now. There's no past. We can have memories and thinking about that, of course. But there's only this. There's no one. So there's no person who has a past. Oh, there's nothing going on. Wait, I do something. Oh, I'm so good in computers. There's no past. So there's only this, what's happening. There's no time. That's so weird because we're so living in time, in yesterday, and my when I was younger or getting older. It's this. There's only this, and there can be body, seeing a body, but the body isn't real. Whoa, that's crazy. Because when the body isn't real, where am I? Yet there's no one existing. I'm not existing. There's nothing existing. It's an appearance of all bodies and streets and feelings. And they're not separate individuals or separate bodies. It seems like a border and everything. When it seems to be solid, then it seems really, oh, I'm here and over there's someone else. So there's also no distance. It's crazy. This can't be understood. It can be some understanding, but it doesn't matter. When there's an understanding, there can be still me going on. Because that subtly trying to understand or trying to get it clear or make it clear for other people can happen. And that's still something going on because it's not already complete. Talking like this is just talking. There's nothing going on before the meeting and telling in the story. Like there's knowing what I'm going to say or all that. No, there's no knowing. There's no knowing. It's arising like that and then stops. Oh, there's somebody else saying something. I assume that most of your friends believe. Oh, wait. I believe that most of your friends believe in dualism and know that you preach non dualism. How do you and your friends deal with this? I don't talk about that normally. And sometimes there's a question about what I'm doing in the weekends because I'm telling, oh, I'm going to Budapest, or all that. And then sometimes people are interested, and sometimes there can be a talking about it, but depends on the opening and what's going on, what can be said. Sometimes there's a question and there's no interest really. So I don't know what to say about it. It's not coming, it's just not going. And sometimes there's an opening, an openness for that to hear what's being said, and then there's suddenly a speaking about this. Most friends, I don't talk about this so much. No, just talking about mothers. No, not my mother, but from a friend or just normal. It's very normal. There's nothing wrong or right. So when there's somebody talking in all kind of, yeah, I should go to my mother and all that, and then I don't know, there can be a response in any way. But it doesn't matter where it's going, of what it is. Yeah, you should go to your mother. Wow, that's yeah, can be like that. So what? Doesn't matter what's going on. It's what's coming out. So there's no way of this is the way you talk or something like that. That's what we normally used to. That there's a certain way, or you can do like this, or how do you do that, or something like that. I don't know. It's just coming like that, and then it's everything. The only thing which doesn't arise, strange enough, is that there should be something else. That's lost. There's something not. That's not. It's not coming. I don't know why. So there's no dealing with anything. There's no one. So it just comes out how it's coming. But that's everywhere already. The only thing that's maybe different is that on top of that there may be something going on like, oh, what did I say? I shouldn't. Oh, what shouldn't I shouldn't do that. Oh, how can I deal with that? That's on top of that can be there. That that's lost. That's lost. That seems really nice, but what's also lost, then there can be circumstances or feelings that we really strong, or anger. There's nothing going on trying to change that too. Yeah.
Hi, Rose.
Hello.
So, talking about the body not being real, I remember years ago, maybe 2-3 decades ago, I was sleeping in complete darkness, and there was a lot of fear. I couldn't tell which way my body was. I couldn't tell if the feet were that way or that way. No
Amazing.
idea at all. So there's like so
Amazing.
much fear, as it's like I couldn't even. There was no perception of where
Oh,
the
wow.
feet were compared to where the fear was going on, the head or the toes. It was just that, and it's like, oh
my God.
and
Yeah.
and here there can still be fear when it's pitch black. There's still fear here. It's
yeah.
yes.
There's no reference in that sense.
No
Oh, wow.
reference, and then also when there might be still a strong self and protection, that someone could come in and you could be attacked. You don't know where the door is, or
but that's coming. They're coming stories, because
oh
the
yeah,
fear is so strong. But then the stories start to come
the
in also.
story,
Yeah.
Yeah, so I tend to, then nightmares can come just from the fear, and yes, for some reason it's not able to cope. No reference point. That's right.
Yeah. Anyway,
that's all I just wanted to share.
I remember when I was a long time ago, I was skiing, and then suddenly on that hill there was a mist, and you couldn't see anything. And then we were walking, but I didn't know where I was going, if I was going up or down, or and that was also, I didn't dare to walk anymore, because I thought maybe I'm gonna completely you don't know where to go. That's that same thing. That is, we always have references at the side or
It's
going.
this complete lack of orientation, disorientation, and
So then there's suddenly, when we're talking like that now, it's like, oh, so there's only that body is real, and you see it. When you see it, you feel like, oh, it's real, and here's my hand and all that. And then suddenly when it's dark, it's like, oh my God, how it's going, what is there? So it's not that real anymore.
Yes.
Mm, yeah. Yeah, or what for me it was in that moment. It's like, oh, I'm always think I'm improving or I'm going forwards or all that. That whole thing, backwards, forwards, all that. It's also nothing. It's all there is no going forwards or something like that. There's only this. Yeah, it's so strange. Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
There's always a relation to something else than that what we used to. There's always two things. That makes it like, oh yeah, okay, then we can relate to that and then we know or feel. Yeah. It's strange. That's always like that.
Mm.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks. Oh, there's another chat. Don't you find it difficult to remain serious when your friends tell their stories? No, no. It's just telling their story, and there's nothing wrong or right with the story. It's their story, and then there's a response in that. It's not that I'm always like, oh, nothing is real, and you think, oh, that it's no, it's not like that. It's just going on the same way, and there's suddenly the seriousness of really into this being into the story is not there anymore. So when there are people are, yeah, oh, it's difficult to say. Sometimes it's not taking it serious. No, that can be like that. It's depending on what's going on. Yeah. There's nothing going on. This is right or wrong. So when there's people in the believing in right and wrong, and I'm here and this is my story, and there's something happened and that was really awful and all that. Yeah, can be like that. Sometimes people are very boring with their stories, but everybody knows that already. So, and sometimes people have, then there's really, it's really felt and there's something happened. Yeah. Then there's, oh, what's going on? Yeah, just normal. And after that, it's biking and then it's completely gone. There's nothing going on anymore. So, yeah, maybe that's the difference. And it can be anger, can be so strong and so like, oh, what are they? And all thoughts and all that. And I should, and all those thoughts. Yeah, can be there too. Yeah. It's very normal. It's so normal and ordinary. I think a lot of people think there will be a difference in what's going. Everything is going on the same way. The character doesn't change, and that's it's just not really. And there's just everything is going on. I thought when I was very shy and like withdrawn and all that, and I was always working on that, trying to say what I when somebody was telling to me and I was saying something back or things like that. It doesn't change. It's still there. Maybe not that strong, but it can be still there. So in that sense, there's nothing changed. The only thing what's changed, I don't care, really. So then that what's happening. And that can be feeling like, oh, and then it's gone. And then, yeah. So there's no change. That's what we long for sometimes in trying that some behavior, some circumstances you like very much or you feel uncomfortable with and that you like to change and maybe when there's no me anymore that will change. No, it won't. Or it can be. I don't know. But you don't know. Just in that sense, there's no hope. No self to improve. No. No, it's already complete. That's already going on. On top of that, there can be an idea, or there's something wrong with this, or I should go, or what can I do about it? That's what can be lost. But that whole what's going on, that just still goes on in the same way in the story.
Hello. Are you're not putting up hands, are you? People are just
No,
talking.
no, that's okay. Let's just
Okay.
talk. Yeah.
So I have a question that's, okay, now it's suddenly out of my head.
Yeah, of course.
So like what I'm thinking about is some things that seem to happen here last couple of days, like strong reactions to hearing some news about, say, people. I live in a big apartment building. I'm trying getting into specifics because I don't know how to make it general, but some of the people, the staff that works here, I found out were suddenly fired. Like they've been working here for 5 years or something, and suddenly they have 30 days to find another job. And some of them I've talked to and like, you know, been friendly with, and it just like, it seemed like a big shock, like, oh my gosh. And like it felt physically, and so then I was about to go to a meeting, a non-duality meeting. And so I went right in with like, and I spoke about it and that like, so the kind of idea, I think like, and that there's an idea that if there's no me, there wouldn't be reactions like that to hear a story. It's like, oh, they don't exist anyway, and whatever. But yeah, like there's a strong reaction. Something happened with my son that someone yelled at it, like, I won't, but like my son, and like, oh, I wouldn't feel it's my son, and how dare someone do. But,
Yeah.
but I feel like what it seems like when I talked about it in another meeting, it was kind of like I think I said, well, I go into the stories like, oh, I shouldn't have let that happen. But that's not what originally happened. The original feeling is like, bam.
Yeah.
The reaction. And then there's all kinds of stories trying to explain, well, it's because I am not having that, you know, and I wonder, like, does that keep that going, or is it just going in that story, or is the stories just totally independent, like the feeling would be there anyway, whether there's a story talking about what causes it or not, like.
Yeah, the feeling is there anyway, and then the story comes with that, and then there's so much investment in that stories and wanting to change and all that.
Yeah.
Then it seems really important. So it's sticky, you could say, and that it can be not that sticky anymore, or just there can be a subtle moment of the story or a few thoughts, and then it's gone again.
Yeah.
But the feelings and all that responses, that's
right. It's not like, it's like, yeah, this thing, like trying to troubleshoot what happened here, that like the feelings I identify, like, oh, this is a wrong feeling, that shouldn't happen. So let's
Ah.
like, I mean, that's not literally said, but it seems like that's what the stories are like, you know.
Yeah, that's what normally is thought, like certain feelings you don't want to have, or it's wrong, or whatever we call it. And then there's going on that story, trying to help then to change that. That's the whole survival. It's always the same stories where there's something wrong and we can do something about it and all that. And that we can do something about it. No, that's the story, not the feeling or the response. It's just what's happening.
Yeah.
And it can be anything. It's just normal. That still goes on.
Okay. The other thing I want had a question about was I mean I joined your meeting and Kenneth and Andreas a lot, and sometimes I avoid those because there is the feeling like I don't have anywhere to go. There's nothing. I know that nothing's gonna make this happy. Like nothing's going, nothing's going to satisfy. But like, so I'm kind of just there's no choice. Like, and I might as well join these meetings. But sometimes, like, I hear you or kind of talk about like, oh, you can't even imagine this. And it sounds so amazing. And like, Kenneth's eyes kind of light up a little bit, like, oh, it's unknown. Like, it's like, oh, and then like, there's an idea like, oh, I want this so
Yeah,
much. And
sure.
I'm stopping it from happening. But then like, I'm stopping myself from dying by wanting it. But then it's like, then yesterday when I was going through all that for just like, I think it was just a little while, there was kind of like, it just stopped happening. Like it just stopped, like there was no more, there just wasn't going on. So I could see like that might, like that could just happen, that it just would stop doing that.
Yeah, but but there's suddenly also there's something going on. This isn't right. That looking and all that, oh, and that's energetic. You can't say, oh, I won't do that anymore, or
Yeah.
something. That it's so strong that
Yeah.
it goes on till it stops. And there's the strange thing is, it's already that what is going on. We have an idea that that's so strong. It is somewhere else. This can't be it. It's something else. Or I see that. Oh, that's what I also want. There's some things out of it.
Yeah,
We want some things out of it. Not everything, but some things.
Yeah.
But it's everything. So who can that everything when it's everything? It's also the way that body is moving, that reactions are the thoughts, the feelings, everything is it. So it can't be not it. So there won't be a change. They're thinking there's a still idea that, oh, that subtle feeling like, oh yeah, that's what I want. Well, that's already that same story about that this how this body is going, that's not yet there, and I want that what Kenneth or me or somebody else is no. It's making it into something else.
Yeah.
No, it's already, and that's what normally me, or how you say it, doesn't want everything. We want some things we do not have yet, or not have, and then we want that too, or only that, or whatever. Then
Yeah.
it's everything. So it's already that the way the sitting is there, the feelings, that everything. There's no escape.
So
Well,
it is subtly, not so subtly, feeling like, okay, if just the stories weren't there, then it would be,
yeah.
if just the raw feelings, that would be okay. But the story is not okay.
No, the story is also there. There's still the story. What is wrong with the story? Nothing. Not real, but so what? There's nothing wrong with anything. But that subtly idea, and it's not only a belief or idea, but it's so embodied, there's still something not really complete, or not, yeah, that's what you say, but still I don't feel it. Or no, there's always something like that. And that is that strong thing. That's that energetic. Nothing else. It's so tiny and subtle, but it's in the same time, it can be so strong.
Yeah. But that's it also, right?
Yeah. It
Maybe-
doesn't. No, it can't. But for when you're in it, when you're
Yeah.
feeling like, this is yeah, then it doesn't feel like, yeah, thank you very much. I don't want this.
Exactly.
Well, and then I'm saying, yeah, but it is it. Yeah, but oh my God, that's so strong. Yeah, you can't change that. It's just sometimes you can't laugh about it or can be really irritated about it. Yeah, that can be. Well, yeah,
Okay. Okay,
yeah,
thanks.
yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Nicely homely background. Yeah. It's completely free. That's what's being said. Yeah, it's so free because it's everything. There's nothing. There's nothing wrong or something else. It's unconditional. That's the love. Love is not a personal love, a feeling or something. Well, it's life is unconditional love. It's everything. There's nothing excluded. No, it's everything. That's the freedom. Also the thought, like, no, I don't think that's just a thought. There's nothing we think there's some content and believe that there's something meaning in a thought. It's only a thought, but I can be really seeing that meaning. It's so convincing. But there's only thought, yeah. Nothing going on. There's something say so old story can come out with angriness. Yeah, that can be. It can be really angry and then I don't know, there can be a lot of thoughts with that. Yeah. Trying to uh, talk to someone in your head like, I should say that. Well, that, yeah, can be. It doesn't go anywhere. It's not real and it's not really happening, but can be there in the same time. There's nothing wrong with anything. That's amazing. I thought I'm back in a story. Mm, there can be thoughts and they can be very convincing and then going on and on. It's a story. Well, yeah, so what? It can be a story. There's no one. So no one is doing that. And it can be subtle when they're in these meetings and they're thinking, and then you hear like, oh, but that's just a story. And I'm thinking, oh, I'm still thinking in the stories and I'm believing it. And I know, and there, hello, there's a new one again, because we are so into, there's something to improve somewhere that's so strong. I'm not yet there. There's something not right here, or I'm not good enough. That's a strong one. So then suddenly it's going in that. And then there's, oh, I'm still in those stories. Ah, there's he again. And then it's so energetic. Yeah. There's nothing wrong or right with that. It's what's happening. There's nothing going on. There's no one. The body isn't real. Everything is an appearance. So everything is it. But when there's feeling I'm here, and then although you have listened to a lot of meetings and there can be a lot of clarity about it, and then, but that subtly, that feeling, that belief I'm not good enough can be so embodied and so coloring and so subtle and clever. Or somebody else is not good enough. Yeah.
Hello, Rose.
Hello. Hi.
Hello. Hi. So I'm in a kind of story, stick in a story, and it's about how much I have responsibility about what I said to one of my nephew. I have told him um, 2 years ago that our mother has a kind of problem, and I explain it psychologically why is the problem. But he doesn't care anymore about his mother. I don't know if I have a responsibility of that, what I have told him, but he stopped. Perhaps it's a coincidence, but he stopped take care of his mother, my sister. So, and sometime a flash of think, uh, how much could I've so I how come I could think that I have so much power on people on because I feel sometimes it's just a story in my head that I have influences behavior, and suddenly it stopped. It's like I suddenly don't have that story anymore. It's left me. The thoughts stop, and because it seems so big. That kind of story, and the past and now and the future, it's like it doesn't really seems real. uh,
No.
so
No.
it's not, because it's like a drama. How come? So yeah,
Yeah.
it's weird that I could think something like that, that I have power on people and power just to speak, and the responsibility. It doesn't seem very real, that kind of
Ah. Yeah.
energy.
Yeah.
So
Oh.
funny, so funny.
Yeah.
Now, what it stopped? Yeah,
I don't know. It suddenly can be like that. Suddenly
yeah,
it's just like that. Oh, yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah. And I was, I talked to you about some problem I have about the disorder, and have to
Oh, yeah.
make order, and
Mm.
it
Yeah.
stopped. How come? I don't,
Ah.
where's the story? I don't know.
Ah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
that's that what I'm saying. I can only say it's energetic and how that's
yeah,
working. I don't know too.
yeah,
Right,
yeah,
yeah.
yes.
Yeah. Oh
Hmm.
wow. Great.
Yeah,
Oh wow.
yeah,
Yeah.
mm,
Mm.
yes. So, but sometimes I like about my nephew or my sister. She's she's not okay, and she's has Alzheimer, and
Mm.
very. So I
Mm.
take care of her. But
Mhm.
sometime when I with the story thoughts and the feeling, uh, I just I believe something like I have a power, a control over the thoughts, because when there's a big story, I mean thoughts and feeling,
Yeah.
it seems that myself, the me, let go the thoughts, and I just feel feel the emotion. So I wonder if I make it by choice, because I focus not on the thoughts of the
Mhm.
story, but just continue, just feel, just stay with the feeling, the
Mm.
energy. Uh, I don't think I'm not saying that uh, I'm. I'm not saying that I control it, but it's feel like just put the focus on the feeling, the tension beside the thoughts.
Yeah.
But so what? Like you said, it's not important.
Yeah, but that's not you doing it, but that can happen in that way. Then that stickiness is not that strong anymore about the story. So that attention to the story is not that strong, and then there is that feeling that's more.
Yes,
more
it's
there.
happened like that. So it seems easier. It seems
Yeah.
easier about
Oh yeah.
the story left,
Yeah.
stop, and then there's just like a cloud or something, and
Yeah.
it's stopped. Like you said,
Yeah.
another feeling come, and
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. It's just there, and then after a while, it's just I don't know somewhere.
Yes.
It stops somewhere, or I don't even realize that. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. It's like that.
Yes.
Oh. Yeah. Very easy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it seems so.
The story makes it so complicated because we think we have to do something, and it doesn't work, and
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
Oh wow. Yeah. Oh, thank you. Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you for sharing that. Hmm.
Hi, Rose. I want to say
Hi.
thank you, but yeah,
Oh.
I know it's 7 o'clock already. Well, 8 o'clock for you.
Yeah.
I just looking. I took my watch off and looking at my hands, but it doesn't feel like they're my hands. They're just hands. It's almost like, I don't know, as if there was a disconnection, but it's just hands, but they don't belong to anyone.
Yeah. I know. Yeah.
It's different to what you say, where there's no body. Here it's just like there's hands are seen, but there's no owner or
Yeah.
ownership. Yes.
Yeah. Oh. That's how babies look at their hands, like, oh,
Yeah.
it's there.
But it's ordinary. It's not special. It's just ordinary
No,
as well.
No. Yeah, that's a funny thing because
Yeah.
you thought, yeah, you could think like, oh, but I want that because that feels like. Now it's more like, oh, yeah, I know,
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
yeah, yeah,
What brings me more often to tears recently is
yeah,
just this boundless freedom. It's just this. It's just that freedom is stunning. This unconditional freedom, where it's everything. It's just, it's
yeah,
it's unspeakable, and I this always been about emotions, relating to the world through emotions. So
yeah,
with the boundless freedom appears as, wow, tears, because it's just so amazing.
mm,
But that's how it appears as well, just like that, just with um
how to
like
say,
when you
how to
see
say,
something,
yeah,
so beautiful, that it's
mm,
tears. It's just
yeah,
so
yeah, yeah,
beautiful. Yeah.
yeah,
And yet
yes.
it's not known.
No, that's
It's
something
not
else.
known.
No,
Last night I wrote something on Facebook on my page,
mm.
and then went to sleep, and then the next morning lots of hearts, and then I read
Oh,
it, and I don't know what it means. It's like,
ah,
I have no idea what those words mean. It's just so,
oh, oh,
it's so
wow.
incomprehensible.
Yeah, yeah,
And there's never been a knower. And life doesn't need a knower.
no,
even if it seems like there is a knower.
yeah, yeah,
There's
then
never
that's,
been.
yeah. Oh,
Yes,
wow.
that's how it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's so,
yeah. It's
yeah,
everything. It's just everything.
yeah. Mm, yeah. Mm, mm.
Anyway, I just wanted to share that last minute.
Yeah. No, it's not. It's from 7. We started. It's still 7.
Oh
It's still
yes,
a
it's
half
an
hour.
hour and a half. So
I
many.
got confused, but yeah, it's
No,
still a half hour. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So you
so
can
many
go on. You can go on.
so many meetings are just 1 hour,
Oh,
and
I'm 1 hour. Oh, yeah. Oh, I
yeah,
should
so
do
many
1 hour.
meetings are an hour long.
Oh.
And here I think my stomach is getting hungry, so it's thinking of, what shall I?
Oh, not listening to me then. Oh my God. Oh my God.
The
Yeah.
stomach,
The stomach.
rules.
Yeah. Oh wow. Yeah. Mhm.
Sorry, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Mm. Oh. There's so much living in the abstract world, in trying to, or how to this, or how to do this, or all that. And this is talking about very concrete what is happening. So sitting, walking, shopping, maybe buying honey. It's so very, very simple without trying to do anything with it. It's just that. So there's nowhere to go. That's only in the abstract mind. We can think like, oh, it should be better, or I should be like this, or what is there over there, or development. What is development? There's only this. So maybe a feeling. What is there to develop? That feeling is it. Or the table. There's no center. It's not happening to someone. They're seeing that front of the body. That is a front of the body. And then there's a table, or it's going very quick. What is there to develop? It's that already, that table. Whoa, it's just that spot that, it's that. That's the intimacy. It's so intimate. It's so, how can you say it? It's even, you can't even name it because it's already gone. And it's it's that. You can't miss it. It's the only thing there is. Thoughts also, thoughts. Ooh.
It's like if there was birth and death, but they happen simultaneously. There's no time for progression. There is just completely like there's no time for even like thinking about tomorrow, because it's just
Yeah.
it's just birth, death.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, that's nice. Yeah, it's beautiful said. Yeah.
It is child's play. It's like
Mm.
building a sandcastle, and there's no awareness. There's no awareness of time.
No, building it, knocking it down again, and
Knocking
walking
it
away.
down,
So
or some other child knocking it down, and then you're getting upset.
yeah, can be like that. Yeah, too. And then
Yes. So simple, so simple.
Yeah, it's that simple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When the word simple, or it's so simple, is heard, it can be given a different meaning. You know, can't even explain. You know, when you listen and you search and you try, and
it's already gone. It's already gone.
It's too simple to even explain.
Oh, I love that.
Always trying to make a story of something, you know,
or trying to say it in a way, or
yeah.
Oh yeah. But the beauty is also that you're trying and you can't. That's so nice. That's so exactly how it is. So I love that when you try and it's not working. That's the expression. That's it. Oh wow, I love that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's like aliveness that the mind or the knower would try and put into a box and study it, you know.
Yeah. And making it clear or
Yes,
understandable or beautiful
analyzing.
or yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So, wow.
Yeah.
Oh.
It is so
What does
beautiful
that
because I know.
mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Ah,
Mm. And the beauty is also that when there's going out and then talking with somebody that is doing the shop, the how do you say that? Where you pay, and then there's a little talk with somebody. Then that that's it. It's there too. It's everywhere. It doesn't
yes,
it doesn't matter what it is. It's that little conversation about cooking or that.
yes, yes.
Oh, yeah,
It's
yeah,
not, nothing is negated, you know, there's no negation here.
no,
What
no,
is always what is, and it cannot be anything else.
yeah,
Yeah, that's it.
yeah, yeah,
Chatting,
yeah.
just feeling the a cat,
Mm.
cleaning the dishes. It's it's so just
You can't escape it. That's
you
strange. You're
can't
like,
escape
oh,
it. Yeah,
it's
yeah,
this.
yeah.
Oh, you can't get rid of it.
Yes, and like that
Yeah.
lady
Mm.
earlier on saying about hearing about the people who were working in where she lives,
Mm.
being out of a job. Yes, all that. Oh wow,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
is just.
Mm. Yeah. Yeah.
It's so free and immediate, and then it's gone. It's
Mm. Mm.
it's so beautiful because it cannot be grasped, it cannot be detained. It's so beautiful,
Mm.
this freedom that cannot be boxed and
Mm.
and I'm still trying to still trying to explain it. Is it's
Yeah.
like
You can't. I can't say how. You can't say how it is. That's
no,
so
no,
strange. And then
but
when there's that wonder and that enthusiasm, and you want to share, and it's yeah.
yes, yes.
Mm. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yes, what I wrote on my Facebook page was the I can't even remember.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, no, it was the emptiness that is feared is the fullness that is longed for. The emptiness
Mm.
that is feared is the fullness that is longed for. And
Mm.
you know, and then this morning it's like, oh, what does that mean?
Ah,
It's not a meaning.
ah. No,
it,
no,
it's
no.
not a
Suddenly
meaning.
it's there. It's there, and
Yeah,
it's so
yeah, yeah.
whoa, yeah,
And
oh
it's
yeah.
not a meaning. Yes,
No, no,
it's
no, no,
yeah, it's not an understanding. It's
no. I don't know.
always trying to speak it, but it's undefinable and indescribable.
Yeah. Mm.
Ah, It's almost like finding love, after being starved of love. It can have that effect, or whatever.
Still trying to explain.
Neither did. You can only say things like this in these meetings, even if it's just an apparent meeting. Is just, it doesn't matter, because I'll shut up.
Oh my God. Somebody saying this morning, the sound of someone who was under the shower was so loud and strong, and that was so new. Then suddenly that sound is suddenly a sound. It can be very strong and what? Yeah. It's then suddenly that it can be like that. That what's happening is sound suddenly. It's just on its own. It's just that sound. And then normally it's, that's the sound of the shower. And then suddenly it's only sound. It's like, then suddenly it's heard as it is. And then, and how can you say it to people? Because people say, I think, that's the shower. Yeah. No, it was different. But how can you tell? And then these meetings, and suddenly you can tell, like, but it was new. Suddenly it was different, and it was on its own. It was just what it was.
Even the sounds of words. Even the sounds of words is like hearing for the first time.
Like,
oh, what's that?
Then suddenly everything is new, and then and then and exactly what it is. That's, you can't, now when that's not when it's for the first time, you could say that, then it's so strong and so the body can't even take it because it's too much. It's like, my God. And then suddenly it's like, oh my God, it's just wow. No, and then to get used to it in a way, but still it's stunning. And it's already what's going on. There's nothing different as could say before. That's,
if it was wow all the time, it wouldn't be wow.
no, it's more subtle. It becomes more subtle. There's a gorgeous movie called Perfect Days that I recommend for its simplicity and beauty and aliveness. Perfect Days. Okay. And the misunderstanding sometimes is also that when there's that wonder and that, that's about that feeling nice or feeling happiness or something like that. But it's also in very strong feelings that can be or sadness or whatever, or a smell which is awful. My God, it's that too, of course. It's everything. It's not about nice or that's can be a misunderstanding that it's about that. It's everything and full on. But full on doesn't mean it's big. It can be subtle and fingernail and a garden, grass.
I watched a movie recently called North to Freedom, and it's about a child in a labor camp in communist Romania or Bulgaria or whatever, but he escapes. And I was sobbing. It's just, I was sobbing, crying, like raw tears. And again, it's equal to joy, laughter, or just plain boredom. But there's no story, just the watching the film and full on
sure
tears.
Yeah, sure. And it's not about us. It's not about me or you. Then there's something different. There's no Rose, let's say Rose. Well, it's just there can be that face or that body arising, and that's what is. And then there's table. There's no center. There's no Rose having this or things like that. No, there is no Rose. There's no existence of Rose. So there's nothing. It's empty. Everything is empty, and full is that body, but there's nothing in it. So there's tabling and feeling, crying. It has nothing to do with someone. And that so we are so convinced that it's happening to someone. Maybe there's no one in it, but still there's that body or that structure. And then hearing that even that isn't real. It's devastating. And it's like, oh my God, there's nothing existing. And there's an appearance of everything. So it's full, it's empty, but it's full together. It's also that, but not for anyone. It's only sound, maybe. It's everything. It's everything. It's moving the head. It's that. Exactly as it is, as it's happening. That's already it. There's no need to say it even. And when there's a thought like that, then that's what's going on. It can't be not it. It can be closing the computer and then that's it. It's everything. It's everything. It's a hand. That coughing. It's that. It's exactly that coughing or that speaking, that sound. It's one. It's one. That's what I'm saying. It's on its own. It's one. That and it's everything. So it doesn't matter what it is. It seems like walls and streets and bodies and emotion. It's exactly that. Can be pain. It's that. It's the only thing there is. There's nothing else. It's everything. When it's everything, then it's everything. And that's unconditional. It's unconditional love. Not for anyone. It's the only thing there is. It doesn't mean it's nice. Unconditional love has nothing to do with nice or awful. It's what it is. A lion eating a antelope. It's that. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Rose.
Thank you, Catherine. Hi. Ooh.